Let's welcome Jessica Busing with the Scarlett Lens Photography. Please join me in welcoming Jessica.
Hi everybody, I'm so excited today to be here. Some of you have taken some of your pictures, some not, but this is a great chance for me to share about what I do. I am a full-service photography studio and a phototainment company. So what the heck is a phototainment company? Well, that includes my photo booth. Some of you got to see it beforehand, you got your picture taken, but it's really great because you tap it and then it's touch screen interactive. So the whole mirror provides that experience where you're engaging your audience and getting something that people can take away from it. I do a lot of weddings, events. I recently did one for Boys and Girls Club. I did the Piccadilly Gala for the Chamber this year. I've done several weddings. I recently did an event for Premier Climate Control. They had their open house. The best part about the printout that comes that you'll see on your table is it's all customizable. You can choose 1, 2, 3, or 4 pictures, and you can choose what the graphics look like on the printout. You can choose what wording you want on it. Really, any option you want, it's available. At weddings, I'm able to put pictures of, like engagement pictures of the couple on the printout as well. So that's another way that couples can share some of their photos that they've done. Okay, so some services that we offer. I offer portrait photography, I offer group photography, the Mirror Me photo booth, and then I also do digitization, which is taking old photos that you have on print and making those digital. Because we all have boxes of photos sitting at home that you would like to have available on your computer. And then I also offer small events in the studio with the Mirror Me photo booth. You can have a group of 40 or less come into my studio and you can have a small party and you can have a time with the Mirror Me photo booth there. So I am located at 314 South Ohio. Hotel Bothwell is on the right and I am on the left. I utilize downtown. Here's an example of a senior that got his photos taken downtown. I do newborns. My tagline is from the bump to the ring and everything in between because I want to be your lifetime photographer. Before you're even born to the time that you're moving on with the next steps in your life, I want to be your lifetime photographer. And then of course we have the Mirror Me photo booth. Here's an example of some of the works that I've done. Going into talking about the portrait photography, I do lots of different types of photography. I do children, I do seniors, I do weddings. In the top left, I did an adoption session where I actually went to the courthouse and I got to take photos of the family while they were going through the adoption process, which was very interesting. I do headshots for businesses. I like to pride myself on thinking outside the box. I create custom scenes for the clients that are coming in. So I talk to them, I find out what they're looking for, I find out what kind of photo they're wanting and create that experience. I also, on my website, I highlight business, other businesses. The business focused here is the Willow Tree in Warrensburg, and I have a partnership with them that I'll take photos of their business and showcase their supplies, and they also showcase my supplies at their business. Now, when I talked about the Mirror Me photo booth before, I talked about it's customizable, so I wanted to showcase some of the customization I've done in the past. Everything that is printout is customizable, but not only are the printouts customizable, the animations on the screen are customizable as well. The picture in the center is from the Parks and Recreation Princess Party, and we did all princesses on the screen. So if you haven't had a chance to try the mirror, please, I invite you after to come up and give it a try. The animations I have for today are just generic. They aren't really customized to this event. But on the screen, if you have something specific, like if you have a themed wedding or a themed party, for instance, if Harry Potter is your theme, we could have Harry Potter animations on the screen to engage your people who are at your event. Okay, so community involvement is very important for the Scarlett Lens. I have joined lots of different groups to grow my business. I started out, I have a bachelor's degree in political science from UCM now. It was CMSU when I graduated, so that tells my age a little bit. But I graduated from there, and I have worked hard a lot in my life. I've always had more than one job. So when I graduated college with my political science degree, I didn't have a job per se in my field. So I was still a manager at Pizza Hut, of all places at that time. And one of my friend's children had autism. And at that time, she said, well, hey, this place is hiring. You should check it out. So I went and I checked out the Judavine Center for Autism, and that's where I began my career as starting teaching, because after I had my degree in political science, I went ahead and started working for Judavine, and then I decided that I wanted to teach special education. I went and pursued my master's in special education, and I started teaching. Well, about the same time I started teaching, all my classes that I had taken way back when I was in college for my first bachelor's degree, I had taken some photography classes. All that kind of started coming up again when I had a little bit more time. And then I started having children of my own, and my love for photography grew for taking pictures of my own children. So I used my skills that I had before, and then I started being hungry for everything that I could find to grow my skills in photography. It is fun to just snap a picture, but it is a lot more than just taking one picture to be able to create great prints and to be able to create that photo that carries through for a lifetime generation. So I used my skills and I began taking pictures as a hobby on the side, and it started to grow. And I would take some pictures, and then other people would say, hey, can you take these pictures? And then I started charging, and then I started networking a little bit more. I'm involved in the Sedalia Businesswomen. I'm the Sedalia Chamber Ambassador. I'm in the Sedalia Business Network. I'm in the Alzheimer's Association. I'm active in the downtown community. As part of being a chamber ambassador, I just took a large group photo for the chamber. So I have that there. Community involvement is very important to that part of me being able to give back to the community. I participated in the Night to Shine. So I'm going to wrap it up. Having all those connections is what helped me grow. Because I was a member of the Sedalia Businesswomen, I was able to find out that there was a studio that was going to be opening up in downtown. That was not my intention. I was not ready to gain a studio. However, the opportunity was there. Kind of like Clinton and Ashley said, working lots of hours. I was working 3 jobs. I was busy. I wanted to be at home with my children more. The opportunity for the studio came open, and I took it. So I decided to bet on myself as opposed to doing all the other things. I am on a few different radio stations, so you can hear that, and I participate in social media. And what the future brings, the future for the Scarlett Lens is an additional mirror is coming. Hopefully the ability to hire a full-time employee to be able to help me fill some of these orders, because as I'm expanding, the orders are coming in, and being able to get them out to people in a timely manner is very important. And then I think it's also important that the Scarlett Lens becomes a household name. When you think of pictures, I want you to think of the Scarlett Lens photography. Okay, anybody have any questions? Yes?
What do they do when they want to hire you for a party? How do you charge? gauge what you can charge for each event?
Well, I have a basic rate, but then I always talk to people ahead of time to find out their needs, because my basic rate, it doesn't always fit everybody's needs, because sometimes they have a smaller group and then we're able to adjust to that, and sometimes they have a larger group and we're able to adjust to that. It's really customized to what the group is or the person and what their needs are. So really focusing on people's needs and customizing to that. Anybody else? Yes.
You touched on that you can customize the frames. Would that include business logos and that type of thing?
It does.
Or do you have the standard?
No, it actually does. I can put any business logo on there. I spoke about doing an open house for Premier Climate Control. We customized everything about their open house on the mirror. It had Premier Climate Control all over it, and it's great residual marketing for businesses, because people will take that fun photo and it's so much fun, it's having a good time. Then they put that on their refrigerator, and every time they open that refrigerator or someplace close to where they can see that photo, they see your business every time. So that residual marketing is helpful for the business, because not only is someone having fun in that moment and having a happy experience to connect with your business, they're also able to have residual with that and make that happy connection multiple times after the event. Yes, ma'am.
Do you ever set up outside also if the weather is good?
I do set up outside. Usually I like to be under a tent, just because the animations on the screen, it's really important to be able to have that covered so people can see the animations. I have set up at the state fair before. I actually teamed with KXKX during the Missouri State Fair and was under their tent, and we did custom animations for them too. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
How much of your revenue comes from the mirror, and how much of it comes from kind of your custom being behind the camera doing senior photos or weddings?
That's a great question. Right now, the mirror is our strongest income for the moment, but in the future, I'm looking for a shift where they're both kind of equal. But the mirror is still really new, so it has a lot of interest right now, and it's exciting. Who doesn't love to have fun, put on silly things, and get your picture taken? It's the ultimate selfie. People love that. So it is high excitement right now, but I do look that as more of the portrait work from the studio comes out, that they will both be growing equally. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
I saw you at Night to Shine, and I was telling our students here how energetic you were, and you just poured yourself into that. It was really fun, and then the very next day, you were having a big event in your studio, which I was too tired to
Yeah.
Can you talk about like some of the special things you do to help families come together? Because I've seen that trend with both Ryo and you, and it's, for me, who's not like you guys, it's a very fun concept to raise my children.
Yeah, and it is. You know, Clinton Ashley talked about how family is so important. It really is. Family is so important. Honestly, family is why I started this business. It is because I wanted to have more time with my kids, and I wanted them to be a part of something. It's nice because I did do Night to Shine, and then the next day in my studio, I offered a family-friendly event where I would take the picture of a child or a parent or together, however they wanted their photo, and then they turned that photo into a coaster. So it was family-friendly and it was interactive. I recently had a family scavenger hunt around downtown that I took all the photos, and then the people had to go and find those things downtown, which it sounds easy, but I had multiple levels, and the hardest level someone tried, I had 38, and the couple who said that they were very knowledgeable about downtown only got 21 of those. So it's nice because it can be adjusted to whatever. Again, customization is key for me. Anybody else?
Do you host like a birthday party?
Yes, I do. I host birthday parties with the mirror or without, but I do have space up to 40, and you can bring in your own cake. Yeah, so I charge a small fee for the rental, but with the mirror included, that makes a party fun. Who doesn't love a party when you get pictures too? Yes, ma'am.
Can you go out and how do you find your competition with this video communities around Lansford, this sort of thing? Do they have something like that in Lansford?
Well, they don't. My competition is in Overland Park, Kansas, so you got to go into Kansas to find that, or you have to go to East Side St. Louis, Illinois to find anything like that. So I'm the only person in central Missouri right now that has something like this.
Do you advertise in these different communities like Marshall and
I do. I am on KMO. I'm really excited. I just recently participated in the action auction with KMO. I agreed for four sessions with the Mirror Me booth, and in the first day, in the first hour, 3 of those 4 sessions were sold. So it is growing immediately, and having that quick response is wonderful. But it's growing. It's getting larger. Yes, ma'am.
Jessica, these aren't all my questions.
No. Yeah, it's all right. You're fine. That's okay.
Which I like.
You're all right.
Anyway, where did this mirror idea come from? You don't know. It almost seems like you invented it.
I did not invent it. I wish I did invent. I did not. Well, there is competition in the photography business. It is very, it is kind of a saturated market because anybody can buy a camera and take a picture and then say they're a photographer. Okay, yes, but that's where I wanted to find something to make myself different. I wanted to have something else because I wanted to be diverse with the products that I offer, and I wanted to be able to say, hey, well, I have this, and it's something that no one else has. So that makes me unique, and it also makes a unique experience. Again, back to the customization of having it be all about the customers and not me.
So did somebody customize that mirror for you?
Well, there is a company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a company, but it is customized to me. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
What does a 2-hour session with mirror cost?
Well,
Approximately.
really it depends on how many people you're going to have, and it also depends on how many prints that you want. But I can chat with you later about that if you want, or we can work something out. I got a card. Yeah. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. In front of it, I got up to 14, but I've heard that you can do 18. I haven't tried 18 yet, but it really is fun because you have to be in levels. But I think maybe if your class wants to try before you go, we can give that a whirl. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Where did you prove your name?
Oh, that's a great question. Okay, so I'm a mom, and I have 2 redheaded children, and I really wanted to think outside the box. There's so many that are blah, blah, blah's name, studio, that I didn't want that. I wanted to be unique, and I wanted to be different. My friend, she was like, well, why don't you think about something with the kids? And so their hair is red, really red. So it's kind of unique to have 2 children back to back to have red hair. So I was so lucky that when I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, lens, something, and I was like, the Scarlett Lens, and it came together. And it's great because my business is based on family too. So, anybody else?
All right, I guess it's my turn. All right, Jessica, I have the last question.
Yes,
In
ma'am.
this room full of supporters here, what can we, as your community support system, do for you?
Well, I'm just looking for people who are in need of photography services. I'm looking for people who are going to share my word. I am on social media outlets. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, all those. So if you could like and share and tell people about the experience that you've had, that's what I'm looking for. I'm also looking to grow more word of mouth. That's how I've grown my business from the start, is word of mouth. If you know about me, it's probably because you've heard someone say, "Hey, that mirror girl, I was at this event and I saw you." And, it's been great to grow that way. And, I think it's really important to know that, I just started with a dream, and I've been so blessed to be able to grow through that because I have decided that this is what I want to do, and I keep focusing on how important it is to me to grow my business, to have a life for my children too.
Thank you.